welcome back to another episode of LTN Pulse. It's a podcast where we have conversations with LTN staff, missionaries, high-level volunteers, all to dig into and talk about what they're reading, watching, playing, and experiencing in nerd culture. LTN Pulse is a part of the Love Thy Nerd podcast network. I'm one of your hosts, Michael. I'm a podcast producer, a Twitch streamer, and y'all, 'tis the season. The grass is turning green, and that means one thing: it's lawn cutting time. It's time to get out your lawnmower, and time for me to refurbish my lawnmower's carburetor, a yearly tradition. It's a Honda mower. It will die decades after I am gone in dust, and I love it to death. That's me.
Okay, wow. That is, I was literally not expecting that. You threw me for a loop with the 'tis the season. And I was just like, what day is
lawns,
it?
y'all. It's
and
coming back.
Didn't know this was a podcast about carburetors, but here we are. I am Luke. I'm the director of community engagement here at Love Thy Nerd. I do this podcast and some other things. And I guess I'm not doing anything that exciting, but actually, I was just telling these guys, our last recording, this is like the shortest time. At time of recording, we recorded our last episode like a week ago, and not a lot of time has passed, so I haven't done a whole lot. We had a church work day that I was just hyper focused on over at the church. And so I guess I also have been mowing lawns and mulching and planting things. So
there you go.
Just to get ready for the Easter season. But
'tis the season.
I have an electric mower, so I don't have
better for the environment. Better for the environment. I inherited mine, so I can't get rid of it. Like once you have a Honda mower, you can't get rid of it.
You can't. Once you go Honda, you can't. I don't know what rhymes with Honda, but on a more nerdier note,
you can't move on. Come on,
yeah, there you go.
Once you go Honda, you can't move on.
Yeah. So, cat's out of the bag. We've got a rapper here as our guest, the one, the only,
Lil
Joe
Braggy.
Bragg.
What up? What up? What up? Yo, yo, boo, 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 boo. Let's get it. Sorry.
Well. Woo. This is huge because this is Joe's third time on the podcast, like never before seen.
Third time. Let's get it.
Hot on Matt Warmbeer's heels.
Yeah.
Yeah, we actually have this jacket for you.
Yeah.
Yes. Love it.
As a thank you. No, Joe, thank you for coming back. We'll dive into it, why you're back a little later. But for those that are just hopping in now, like this is the first ever episode of LTN Pulse that they've ever listened to. Who are you? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. My name is Tom Rodrigo, and my name is Joe. Yeah. My name is Joe Bragg. I have the wonderful, awesome, and super humbling privilege of being the director of missions with Love Thy Nerd. Overall, pretty boring, bland individual. So if you're listening to this podcast, you might as well stop now because it's not going to be any fun. So outside of that,
he's lying.
Man, yes. Yeah, I didn't know we were going to talk about mowers, and this is the season for my allergies, bro. So like when y'all cutting grass, I'm in the house like sneezing and like head aching. So it's going to be awesome. So thanks to all my lawnmower people that cut grass. No, my son is now getting into the age where he's cutting our grass, which is kind of dope. And so I don't have to do it as much, which is helpful.
Yes.
And it's pretty rad. So excited about that. But I am super happy to be here. Thank you guys for having me again for my third time. Definitely coming after Matt, trying to get that fourth spot before he does. So trying to find a reason to get on here. I'll make it up or something, and just maybe we can hop on and just make it happen. But so Matt, I'm coming for your title, bro. We're tied now.
It's okay. I don't think he listens to this.
Man, I watched his episode. Come on, Matt. Where you at?
Matt doesn't even listen to his own podcast.
Yeah.
When he
that tracks.
Yeah. Well, I can also say too, I run the Christian Board Gamers Facebook group, which is now a ministry of Thy Nerds. So that's really fun. There's some cool things coming out ahead there. And also we have the Christian Board Gamers podcast. I do it with my buddy Ray Fields, and we have an absolute blast. It's a great time. So there's all that going on.
Impossible.
No, it's not more fun than this. It is as fun as this. As fun as this.
Nice.
Yeah. No,
pretty
not
on
better.
par. Yeah.
Pretty on par. Yes, good. So, yeah, man. So that's me. So, in a nutshell. And this is me
Right
in a
on.
nutshell. Sorry.
Thank you for the introduction, letting all the new people know what's going on. As we do for any new people, we like to go through, like I said, what people are reading, watching, playing, and experiencing in nerd culture. So that was last week. Wow.
Oh, bro,
I need to wake up. So Joe.
Yeah, his name's on the screen.
It's on the screen. I know. I tried to be smooth. I look at the camera, not at the screen, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
Matt and I do look a lot alike. It's in the hair, bro. It's in the hair. We look a lot alike. Yeah.
Yep.
I get it. I understand.
So
completely.
Joe, what are you reading these days? Are you reading anything?
Honestly, I've been reading a lot of the Bible. And so, just because as we'll talk more about the Game Changer, I was in prep mode for the last couple weeks and just getting things set there. And so spending some time in the Gospel of Luke, in particular, chapter 9 and 10. And so, so there's that. Nothing fancy, nothing. I mean, definitely something special, but nothing fancy. But honestly, I feel like I've been
Luke's pretty fancy.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, support. No, it's been a busy couple months. I mean, usually is, and so I haven't had a lot of extracurricular reading time. I started reading a book called Grace-Based Parenting, which I had read a bit before, and just kind of coming back to it again. Just constantly, always learning to grow closer to Christ and closer to becoming a better parent and wanting to lead my children well. And so those are books I definitely will read. So that's something I've started, but I'm not super far in yet. So
I thought that sounds familiar. I thought you maybe had mentioned that last time around. Maybe
I don't think so. I don't recall.
Think I have
we could go back,
book
but
I
don't recall having.
Yeah.
Okay, somebody's talked about it on this podcast.
I haven't read it in a bit, so
like.
I don't know that I would have mentioned it.
Maybe Matt was reading it. He's probably further along into it as well.
Yeah.
Nice. Let's just keep the hits coming. I got you. I understand.
No, I feel you on the not having a lot of time. Like just before the show, we were talking about how Gamma was less than a month ago.
yeah, but it felt like
it's been event after event since then, and there's more stuff coming down the pipeline. It doesn't slow down.
Yep. Yeah, and like with that, and because I know your next thing too is what have I been watching, and so I've utilized. I know I'm just like I've done this before.
Just trying to host the show. Okay.
Professional.
Take it away. Take it away.
I've already done it. I'll do it all.
Log out.
Yeah. You guys are fine. I got it from here.
We're actually going to ask what you've been playing first.
Oh,
go ahead. What are you watching?
No, you're good. So, because sometimes you do just want to let your brain shut off a little bit and just zone. My wife and I have restarted watching the Harry Potter films, and so we just finished up Chamber of Secrets. So, we obviously went through the Sorcerer's Stone and then Chamber of Secrets. So we're getting ready to go into the third one. We've done this before, which is cool, and just watched all, kind of binge watched all. 8 movies, and so we're kind of going back through. It's been a little while, and then also started Daredevil Born Again season 2. That's I don't want to say must see TV for me, but I really like that series. I really liked what they did with the first ones, and then this has just been a great continuation of it. And looking forward to episode 2 because I'd like to say that episode 1 ended really well.
Episode 1, like it blew all my expectations. Like I had expectations, but I just feel like historically Daredevil has been like pretty slow from the beginning of like each season. And it's just like, he doesn't have his like new suit until like the last episode of the season or whatever. But like this season, it just like drops in like right into action, right in like the update. And it's like, you're just like, what happened? Like the way the first season ended, to now, you're just like, what did I miss? And then the whole
Yep.
episode was just like kind of flashbacks and kind of explaining what was happening.
Yep.
But it just felt so good.
So good. So good. Yeah, that en media res, man. When you get dumped into a story like that and you're like, okay, why are we here?
Yeah.
What's going on? Whoa. Like everything hit in that opening scene. Like that was fire. So good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree. I really like that. And I'm very much looking forward to how it continues. Like I said, even when they, the first like the,
Yeah,
you know,
the Netflix series.
The Netflix series and all that. Like just the storytelling, man. Like the way they just have written this character, and just it's been so engaging. You're just like every episode, and so it's a bummer now because you have to wait till the next episodes drop. Or before it was like, we watched it a little late, you had everything there, you just binge it. Yeah.
I would have watched the whole thing.
Easy. I definitely would have been continuing on. There's no question. But it's just really engaging storytelling, and just the way that the characters, they have the right actors in the right places. Like it's just so well done that it becomes believable. You're almost just like, you know what, I could see this actually happening, and this makes a lot of sense. In the way that you're looking at Fisk and the mayor and the corruption and all this stuff. They're really great at drawing from the comic material, but I just feel like the story has just been so engaging. And so I've definitely been into it. So we've been anxiously waiting, and in between, we're just watching some Harry Potter.
Nice.
So
how do you feel about the... Oh, go ahead, Michael.
I was going to say, so while we're talking about Daredevil Born Again, I was a huge fan of Daredevil on Netflix. Love Charlie Cox's Daredevil. I mean, the whole cast, really. But that's where I dropped off. At some point, at least several seasons into Netflix's Daredevil, how far back, if I want to jump into Born Again, can I start at season 1 Born Again, or do I need to cut back into some of the Netflix stuff a little bit? And is it all on Hulu / Disney Plus now?
It's all on Disney Plus.
Yeah, it's all on Disney Plus.
All the Netflix ones are. Yep.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
I think you could start with Born Again. I mean, you'd have some things you'd have to kind of catch up contextually, but I would also say, man, you're not missing anything if you watch all of it. Like you're going to enjoy it.
That is very true. Yeah. Going back from the start is not a bad experience.
Season 3 of the Netflix show was very, very wild. I mean, like that was very emotional and very like, what is going on? And so like when, now I'm happy that they've come back with it, because like that storyline, it left in a place where you were like, oh my gosh, like I went on a ride, But yeah, you could start with Born Again. You just have to pick up a few things contextually, but I think they did a pretty good job of like, I guess catching you up. You'd miss some dynamics and character development, but you wouldn't necessarily feel like you're out on left field. You could start with Born Again and go there, I think, anyway. But like I said, it's well worth just going where you left off and picking right back up. I think you'd benefit from it for sure.
Just don't feel like you have to watch Defenders. In fact, don't watch Defenders.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I did watch. We watched a couple episodes of that. We're like, nah.
Asia and I watched the whole thing because we're like, we want to get the story, and it's just like there's a story to it. Like it fills in some gaps and things, and it explains stuff that happens in season 3 of Daredevil. But like, it is rough. It's hard to get through.
Yeah. I don't watch that. So,
but no, at least watch. I mean, I'd recommend watching the first 3 seasons of Daredevil. But you don't have to. You can hop right in.
Yeah. Yep.
Good to know.
Agreed.
I wanted to circle back to. We're like hopping all over the place. I wanted to circle back to Harry Potter and ask you guys what you think about the series coming out. Have you seen any of this stuff for that?
I personally haven't. Yeah.
I think the most that I've seen have been like screenshots of the actor who's going to be playing Harry Potter, I think.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like all I'm like, all I even care to see. Like, I don't want to know anything about, like, I know John Lithgow is going to be Dumbledore. And like, that's basically it. And everything else, like, just let me go in fresh. Like, just let me form my own opinions, see what's up, and just kind of just let it happen as I'm
Yeah.
watching it, you know.
And that's
Yeah.
HBO Max, right? Like it's
Yeah.
on HBO.
Yes.
Yeah. So I don't even have that. So like I don't even concern
Yeah, you
myself
don't
with it at
wanna
this
know.
point. Like,
Yeah.
but it's like one of those things too, where I feel like with the, and this is where it's maybe hard for me, and this is sometimes where I'm like a purist. Like I tell people like the only type of like Cheez-Its worth eating are the original and the extra crispy. Like everything else is an abomination because now they've branched away from the original things.
Yeah.
You know, just total side tangent there. But
Yeah.
Hey, I'll
with,
side
like,
tangent that side tangent.
uh-huh.
Oh no.
I don't like to go whole hog on the extra crispy. If you
Yeah.
mix
Mix
in
them. Oh,
extra,
for sure. Dude,
then that's like
for
the
sure.
perfect ratio of like the
When you
extra
say extra crispy,
and-
are you talking about extra toasty?
The toasty ones.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
toasty.
yeah,
Yeah, those are the
yeah.
best ones.
It's so good, dude. So good.
I feel like if you dilute the ratio with
Yeah.
standard,
No.
it's
I'm good
it's
with that.
perfect for me.
Yeah,
It's
because
perfect.
that's how I like it. When I get a box of the standard and it's got some of those toasty ones in, you're like, oh, that was the money. That was money, right?
It's like getting a folded tortilla chip. It's like that's the one you want. That holds the
That's the
most
perfect
salsa.
scoop.
Most salsa.
Yeah.
Like that's what you want.
Yep, I support that. But yeah, so
Wow.
kind of like that. So
Okay.
kind of like that. I'm a bit of like a purist in that.
Yeah.
It's like I feel like when and again, just within the movies, like those characters are kind of burned into your brain, right?
Mhm.
Like this
Yeah.
is who you're seeing, and so it feels almost too soon for any form of like. Not reboot, but you know what I mean. Like
Yeah.
it feels like
Yeah.
for me, I know that the movies are older, and I guess it makes sense. And obviously, people are engaged and intrigued by the story, and there's some things that you could do that probably weren't done in the first, in the movies and all that kind of stuff. But I feel like the characters in my mind are just kind of they're sort of burned in there. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
I kind of felt the same way, and I was just like not super intrigued by it. I'm like, I might catch it. I don't know. I might just go rewatch the movies like you are, Joe.
Yeah.
But it was today I saw an interview with Daniel Radcliffe,
Okay.
and they asked him that question of like, how do you feel about, like someone new
Yeah.
taking the mantle, like
Yeah.
a new kid playing Harry Potter and like them kind of just starting over. And he was like, I can't remember exactly how he put it, but he compared it to, he was just like, I mean, it's like 007 and Superman.
Huh.
Like there's a
Yeah.
lot of
Yeah.
people that played this character and had their own takes, and like it's a legendary character. Like it's a character that a lot of people love, and so you're gonna see more people playing this character over
Yeah.
and over again.
That's fair.
And he's like, I'm really excited for my kids to grow up and watch someone that's not me, like being
Okay.
Harry Potter. And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh man, that is such a good take. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think in my lifetime, I mean, like we see different Spider-Man, we see
Yeah.
different Superman, but like the 007 thing hit me because I've only really known personally like one 007, and so
Sure.
it's like, no, I get it. That's like makes a ton of sense. So,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mhm.
Different
No.
perspective.
Yep, that's like the opposite of the perspective I shared, right? Like I was like, yeah, I want the
Yeah.
like the pure. He's like, no, I can be anyone. But
Well, that's what like, I was saying.
yeah,
That's
it's
what I
good.
thought.
Yeah, no, I love that, and it is a good take, and it's probably accurate, and I'm sure it'll be great, And like I said, I don't have HBO Max, so I'll catch it when I catch it, kind of deal. But speaking of Daniel Radcliffe, tangent, have you watched his like the Weird Al parody, like Weird? Have you watched
Oh
that?
yes.
No,
Oh
I want
my-
to see it. Is it
Dude.
good?
Is
it wild?
So
It's-
good.
It is so good, man. Like
It's
okay.
yeah. Oh,
The
man.
most satire, like it's exactly what a Weird Al biopic
Right.
should be.
100%.
Is it like Walk Hard with John C. Reilly?
We talked about this on an episode. Like I haven't seen it.
I haven't
I feel
seen
like we've
that
talked
one
about
either.
this previously.
Neither. Oh God.
Uh-uh.
No.
All right. Well,
Walk
that's homework
Hard.
for both of y'all, and I
Okay.
will watch. I'll watch Weird Al or Weird,
Okay.
and
All right.
both of y'all need to watch.
Walk Hard. Interesting.
Walk Hard.
Where's
It's-
Walk Hard? Where can I watch
so
that?
I don't know. I have it on DVD.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna send
Okay.
y'all the DVD.
So what you're
so you
saying
can,
is it's out of
to
print. Like
Miller.
we're never gonna find this. Got it. Okay.
Are you better
I
than
don't
me?
know.
Yeah.
You think
got
you're
it on
better than me?
DVD. I got it on VHS, homie. Yeah. No. But no. Weird. Like, hey, Daniel Radcliffe does such an incredible job as Weird Al. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
on a completely different level. And like Luke just said, it is exactly what a Weird Al biopic should be. And the journey that you go on in that movie is absolutely incredible. My wife and I watched it a while back, and it's come up consistently in conversations because it's that good. And I grew up like a Weird Al fan, which is weird.
Yeah.
I'm like a metalhead hip hop guy, and I loved Weird Al. It was just, I always enjoyed his style. It was like
He transcended.
he did. It's one of the first CDs
Yeah.
I ever owned because I'm that old, where like I had a Weird Al CD and, just listening to polka and crazy parodies and just some really fun stuff. And so for me, watching it was even that much cooler because I had a lot of context with Weird Al. It was like, I wasn't just watching this funny movie about a guy. It was like, no, I grew up listening to this dude and like, would laugh at his songs and just enjoy the music. And then watching the movie, I was like, it's so good. And like I said, Daniel Radcliffe was perfect. That was like such good casting. And it's also very interesting to see him in that role because he plays it so well, so dynamically that you're just like, dude, this dude is a great actor, period.
Mm-hmm.
Like hands down, great actor. It's very, very good. I would highly recommend
Yeah, he's really, really good.
Yeah,
I felt like I was watching Weird Al himself for sure.
Yep. And
Nice.
what they did with Madonna and just, oh my God, it's like everything is so fun,
All right.
dude.
So you can watch this you can rent it on Prime.
It was on, we watched it through Roku.
Yeah.
It says on the Roku channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
What
was
is
like
that?
a Roku original. So you should be able to watch it on Roku.
On a Roku? Okay.
And then Walk Hard is on Apple TV and Tubi.
And it's on Amazon. You can rent it on Amazon Video as well. It's
also on
it's
DVD.
worth like the $3 or $4 rental. If you don't think it is, if you
Why
watch
would I rent it if I have
rent it.
Apple TV though?
Well, okay, you can. What if Joe doesn't have Apple TV?
I don't have Apple TV. I'm not fancy like that, bro. Android.
Yeah. Okay, so Joe,
Apple.
if you rent it on Amazon and watch it and you don't like it, I will refund your $4 or whatever.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to watch it, I'm going to love it and be like, I want that money back though. So man, I hated that movie. No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking.
The fourth
Walk
time you're on the
Hard.
podcast, you're going to say how much you hated it. And then the fifth time you're going to be like,
bro, I'm sorry.
Actually, it grew on me. Like, now let's talk about it.
I'm going to apologize, get my jacket and move on.
Get my jacket.
Yeah. Walk Hard. Okay.
Yeah.
What is
I've got it
this?
pulled up on Apple TV.
Oh,
I'm going to actually watch it now while we're podcasting.
Walk
Do it.
Hard.
You will not be set. You'll not be set.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
it's
dude,
so good.
that dude's hilarious. That actor who I can't remember his name or whatever.
The celebrity cameos that they have throughout, like playing different
then it's
artists
probably
through the
going to
decades.
be like weird. Yeah, you'll
It's
feel that.
phenomenal. Oh
Okay.
my gosh, it's so good.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Cool. Well, now we all have homework.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
But
I
fun
needed
homework.
That. I needed more homework. Yeah. Perfect.
Man, Michael, I can't believe you haven't watched Weird yet, but
I will remedy that shortly.
it's all right.
Right now.
You guys will love
good.
it.
No.
Stop recording. We're all watching movies.
Yeah. No, the podcast
Everyone
is now
that's
just us
listening to
reacting
this, yeah.
to
Yeah.
Bro,
that's
like-
it's
good.
Luke. It's Luke
Mystery
watch,
Science
it's Luke,
Theater.
It's
Yeah.
both of
3000.
you watching Walk Hard and
Yeah.
me watching Weird at
Yeah.
the same time.
Yes,
and us
yes.
reacting.
And reacting. That's what I was saying. All different movies. Like, what in the world? That would be a great episode. I mean, for us, maybe not for the
us,
listeners.
yes. Because they don't get any of the audio or the video. It's just us sitting, and then every so often, be like,
Laughing, talking.
oh, that's hilarious. I love that.
Let's be honest, they've all stopped listening and are watching one of these two movies right
Yes.
now.
Yeah, right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
All right.
Yeah, sure.
Well, everyone, welcome back to let us know how you enjoyed those movies. Thank you for coming back and listening to this podcast.
Yeah.
Because now we're going to talk about what Joe's playing, which I assume will lead into what you're experiencing. And so if we want to just wrap this all up into a nice little present.
What I'm experiencing. Yeah. So we were at the Game Changer board gaming retreat at Camp Living Waters this past weekend. Well, I don't know when this is going to drop. So whatever, even if it was weekends ago or a weekend ago or yesterday, whatever.
Recently.
It's always.
Recently. Yeah, sure. Always.
It is now.
Yeah, so that's out in Camp Living Waters out in Luther, Michigan, and we do a spring and a fall one, and these retreats are just awesome, and they continue to grow, which is fantastic. So the first time we did this, we had like 25, 30 people. We had 46 of us, not including any like volunteers or anything for the spring. The fall is usually a larger event because people do spring break stuff, so the fall tends to be a larger event. I think last fall, like including volunteers, we were like over 70 people there, which was awesome. It's just a fantastic retreat time, and we can talk more about that. But at the retreat, I kicked things off playing a game of the Ninja Turtles Unmatched, the cooperative there, which was a ton of fun. I've played it before and just really enjoyed it. And
did you win?
We did not. We did not, man.
I have not won yet. I've played it a few times and I have not beat Shredder.
Yeah, I won the first time we played. The first time I played it, we won. Yeah. This time we did not. And bro, I took a picture of it because we had this like epic scene. We had Shredder surrounded by the turtles, bro. Like all of us were surrounding him, ready to go, and we lost. I was like, dude, how like we
it's
just couldn't yeah, dude, his strength. I mean, he's what, like 33, 35 out the gate. And and just chipping them down, but dealing with all the little henchmen, not the foot soldiers, but like the different different baddies that are coming out.
Sidekicks,
they're it's tough, man. But we had a ton of fun doing it, and so it was cool. I was playing with two people that had never played Unmatched, and then one gentleman, it was his game, and so like two of us had played Unmatched, the other two hadn't, but we had a great time. One of the guys we were with he's very expressive, so he makes it that much more fun. I told him, I was like, bro, you need to have this energy like the whole retreat. And he was like, oh, I bet I will do that. Like, no question. But it just made it like more fun and more interactive, and turtle puns are flying out everywhere. And we're having a super good time.
Yeah.
And so that's how I kicked off the retreat. It is. That's how I kicked off the retreat. Yeah. And so it was just a really great time. But I would say the two games that really jumped out to me that I really, really just enjoyed playing was Raising Robots. Which had sat on my shelf of opportunity for quite a while. Well, I guess not quite a while, since Christmas. I had gotten it as a Christmas gift, so not too long. But it was something I just really wanted to get to the table. And so I learned it and then played it. Like we played a 5-player game of it, and just it was very, very fun. Really enjoyed it. Can't wait to get it to the table again. Love the artwork. Love how the game plays. I'm not a big Wingspan fan, which I know shocks a lot of people. Everyone's like, "What?" It's like blasphemy in the board game space to not be a Wingspan fan.
No, it's okay.
I'm just not. I preferred Wormspan, but that was just me. But either way, I'd be okay if I didn't play another Span game ever. Like, it wouldn't bother me. I'm kind of anti-Span at this point. Sorry. But Raising Robots, to me, even though it has a lot of like familiarity to Wingspan, I felt like it accomplished what I would want out of Wingspan. Like it kind of gave me the things I'd wanted. And so I just really enjoyed how the process of like getting your upgrades and then having to assemble and the order of the way things go operationally, and then just being able to run your robots and how the energies worked. And for me, it was a lot of fun, and being able to produce that. And I liked the system, and it just, like I said, it did all the things I wanted, for sure.
Have you talked to Daniel Coben?
Oh, he chimed in because I had a picture online. He was like, "Bro, I love that game." And I was like, "Yeah." Oh,
he agrees with you 100%. He's like, this game is a better Wingspan, and loves it. Like, I appreciate Wingspan. I've played it several times, but
and again,
Raising Robots is fun.
Yeah, and I don't know, I mean, how much of development they had by the time Wingspan came out, or they played Wingspan and were like, "Hey, we could make this better." Like, I don't know the storyline about it. I have no idea. So you could say, well, Wingspan came out and then they got this idea and then they just improved on it. So you can thank Wingspan for that type of system. Either way, it just did the things that I wanted it to do and what I wanted to get out of Wingspan. And I'm sure at some point, when I'm much, much, much older, sitting down, chilling, I might want to play Wingspan again and just have a chill game while I watch the hummingbirds outside of my window. I don't know.
Nice.
But
nice.
Raising Robots was great. Another game that I had seen a little bit about, didn't really hear a lot about, and honestly, it wasn't necessarily on my list, was Rolling Heights. Have y'all played this?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Oh, Luke he's got it. He's got it right there. Yeah, dude. What in the
Okay.
world,
Meeple
bro?
roller.
Yes, man.
Yeah.
So I had an Amazon gift card, bro, and it was an instant purchase. Like it was awesome.
It's so good.
Dude, I was like, where did this come from? Like I had only heard about it. It was not on my radar, not on my list. And it's cool I won. So good first experience. I won by accident. I won.
Yeah.
I don't want to say by accident. I mean, I was doing really well, but I wasn't paying attention to any of the end game scoring. I totally like forgot about that part of it.
Yeah.
And so I was battling back and forth with like this one guy, and like we're just exchanging who was at first. And then we get into scoring, and the other guy, his name's Jeremy. Jeremy looks down and he goes, "Oh, dude." I'm like, "What?" He goes, "I didn't pay attention to any of these end game scoring." It's like, I didn't either. And then it turns out that I just mopped up on all the end game scoring. And so I scored
nice.
He was closest. Jeremy was closest. He was 76. I was at 111. The other two players were at 51 in a tie. So it was just like, I just went bananas in the end game, just because it happened to lay out that way. But that meeple rolling system, bro.
You hear about it? You're just like, what?
Yeah.
So you're rolling meeples.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
That's what I said. When they said it to me, I repeated it just like that. I said, "So you're rolling meeples?" And they said, "Yeah." And I was like, "How does that work?" And the guy goes, "I don't know. It just does."
Yeah.
And then you have to you honestly have to have like a technique. Like you're not rolling them like dice. Like I was trying different things. Like I would do this like drop pull, like boom, like hit it like that, or like come at it differently. And the more you have, the more bouncing it does, the more you go. And so what's dope about this game is like if it's on its head, you get or sideways, you're going to get a resource, but you're only going to get one of them. If you can get it standing up, you're going to get two of them, and or different things. And then you gain,
because it's all thematic. It's like if he's on his side, he's like sort of productive, so he's producing one resource. If he's standing up, he's extra productive. And then if he's like lying down on his back, he's like tired.
So
he's being lazy.
And so it's also got this push your luck element because you can bust. So you can like re-roll your meeples until like you're satisfied with what you've got. But if you roll, like say I had one left and I roll it and it lays on its lays down, I've just busted and had to lose half of my production. And so like there's this push your luck element in it. And then as you're building houses, you're gaining these other meeples, and they're different colors, and these different colors produce different things. And man, it was so much fun. Exceeded my expectations, which I really didn't have any, like, to the point, like I said, it became an instant buy. I was like, I got an Amazon gift card, bro, and it was on sale. So it was normally a $70 game. It was on sale for $45, and then I had the gift card. I was like, let's get it, bro. Literally, like, let's get it.
Done and done.
Do you remember? Well, I'm trying to think now. It was the first year I was at Grand Con.
Okay.
That's when I got it. I got it from a retailer there. Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever the big game store is that sets up
out of
shop
the box.
There. Out of the box. Yeah. I bought it from them.
Okay.
And I don't remember if you were with me or not. Like, I mean, you were there. But that's when I got it. And I don't know, not heard anyone else talk about it. So like when you said it, I knew exactly the game. Like it's right here with the rest of my city builders.
Nice.
Yeah, I love that game. I've never heard anyone talk about it.
Yeah, man. So. No, welcome. I'm welcoming myself into the club there because it was. Yeah. It's like I said, very very fun and just like cool pieces, and you're building these towers, and so like you're just stacking them up. So it's got this Lego type feel.
It's so rewarding. Like at the end of it, you're just looking at it because you're building skyscrapers out of different materials. So you've got like metal skyscrapers and glass skyscrapers, and it's like you have this like skyline at the end of it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Total sleeper.
It's really cool.
Yep. Yeah. A super underrated game, and I'm only saying that because like Luke, I had only heard of it, but I didn't never hear anyone talking about it, and was definitely like, yo, like this game was way under the radar, but definitely like if. Like I said, unique mechanics, really fun, very accessible. It is not a challenging game to learn and just start to play. Like you can teach it quickly, you can play it quickly, but it's like Luke said, satisfying. And at the end, you just get this really dope metropolis, and it's just like really, really fun. Yeah, exactly, right there. Yep.
Okay.
So very, very cool.
Now you got me wanting to play this again.
Yeah, I know.
Is it on Board Game Arena?
Oh
no, I don't think so.
Yeah,
that one would be a hard one to be on BGA just because of the like
the
three-dimensional
meeple thing.
aspect to it.
Right, rolling
Yeah.
meeples.
Oh,
And
that,
rolling
yeah.
meeples. It's like dexterity. So
Okay.
Yeah.
it's dexterity light.
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit of that. I mean,
finesse. It's
the hardest
finesse heavy.
Yeah, the hardest
Yeah.
part about it, like sometimes for me, is I'd knock pieces over, like when I'm trying to build things, and I'll be like, oh, so there's a little of that where it can be clunky if you're clumsy. I'm
Yeah.
clumsy, but I mean, outside of that, that's the only part of the experience I did not enjoy. Every other aspect of
Dude.
the game I enjoyed thoroughly.
Let's go.
And it'll definitely be let me get this out on the table a lot type of game. That's going to be in a
All right.
heavy rotation for me for sure.
Let's
Nice.
next time we're hanging out, Joe.
Yes,
we're
I'm down,
playing
bro.
that,
I'm
man.
down.
Let's
It's
go.
Dude,
it's so
bring it
good.
to NCMS.
I won't be there, but you can. Luke can.
Well,
I'm
You'll
not
be-
bringing
yeah.
anything. I'm bringing a backpack.
You just
Okay, fair,
ship
fair,
it.
fair.
Ship it. To
I'm not
yourself.
bringing
Yes.
any. I'm not bringing any games.
He said I'm
Someone's gonna
bringing
have
a
games
backpack.
there.
Oh
Hopefully.
yeah, and if you see
I'm
it and they
sure.
have it, yeah, there'll be something. But yeah,
Yeah.
my copy comes in tomorrow because Amazon's
Nice.
good like that. So
Yeah.
Nice.
and I like it because it doesn't even have to go to my shelf of opportunity. It can go to my regular
It's
shelf.
already played.
Yeah, which are bare because most of my collection's packed up and
It's, it's still in bags. Nice.
Oh yeah, dude. I got in yesterday. We got in late because, dude, like the retreat ended at 3. But
Yeah.
we were playing Everdell with the executive director's wife for the camp, and so we're playing Everdell Silverfrost. And so like Michael Burns played. He's like, the retreat ends at 3, and then he looks over and he goes, "Wait, like, don't you run this?" And she was like, she just kind of looked at him and smiled. He's like, "So I could stay late, like, dope." So we ended up we ended up playing
course.
until like after, it was about 5 because we had a couple things in between break it up, so it was a little bit of a longer. Plus, I was teaching the game to a couple of them. Like my wife was playing, and so
Yeah.
I was teaching it to Michael, even though he had learned it at Tantrum, but he hadn't played it. And then, Melinda is her name, so with Melinda, and we just had a really great time playing that, and then had to pack everything up. So we didn't. And it's a 2.5 hour drive from there, so we didn't get home until late. And then this morning was just kind of slow. Well, I wasn't really slow go for me, but it was more just like I'll do this stuff later. And then after. Right before dinner, I brought all my stuff downstairs. Then like I was telling you guys before we got on, then I ate, and then I cashed out on the recliner for like 40 minutes, and this is what you get after that. But yeah, man. So
Nice.
those are the games that really stood out. I played a few other ones, but definitely Raising Robots and Rolling Heights took it for me as far as best games of the weekend. It was so good.
Nice.
So
Nice.
good.
I can't stop thinking about it now.
Yeah, because it's fun, man. That rolling meatballs, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I did not expect that to be as fun as it was, but somebody hit that and was like, nobody else is doing this.
Yeah.
No,
And I just like city builders too.
yeah,
Like like management, like building.
yeah,
There's something like really immediately satisfying about placing something on a board that has permanence, and then of course the long term of like, I made this. Like I wasn't just playing this game, but I made this thing that we're seeing in front of me.
Yeah, I like city builders as well. I mean, I don't have it behind me, but like Cities is from Devere I play. That's a game that gets out a lot, but also like Tower Up. Like I don't know, Tower Up is very cool. Like from like a family friendly, really approachable little like city builder thing. I dig it.
Fountains, which we had at
Fountains, for
Tantrum.
sure.
Fountains, super accessible, real family friendly, great fun.
Yep, that's super fun. Yeah, I like those kind of games too. Definitely a sucker for them, but they have to do something. You know what I mean? Like as far as like well, I mean like the uniqueness. Like each one, like each Cities is different. Tower Up is different. Like Rolling Heights, very different, right? Like it does something. Fountains, very different, right? Those games like that. I want them to bring some unique mechanic that is like that's satisfying. Right. Or can present frustration. Right. I'm not getting the resources I need. Or like in Fountains, I'm like, crap, I just like clogged up my fountain and now I've got these weeds and and that's like it just does something neat. And then the scoring and the mechanic, but like also accessible. And I mean, with we're in that stage where my boys, they're younger, but they're gamers. Like even one of my buddies who was that game changer, he's like, dude, your kids are like prolific gamers. Normally you got to be 12 to be a game changer. But my kids make their way in. They just find their way in. They're like, we're doing it. And my buddy Keith was like, dude, your son was out here teaching, my 8-year-old was teaching him how to play like Robot Quest Arena and like,
Awesome.
just like laying stuff down. He's like,
Nice.
and he's like, man, he's like, yeah, he was on me. He's like, where's your hand, bro? Where's your hand? Like he kept telling me, draw your hand. Like, cause my buddy Keith's like, he's like kind of new into the hobby. So he had never really played like a deck builder before. And my 8-year-old is like, bro, like, where's your hand? Like, you need a hand. Like, you have to draw those cards. And he's like, bro, he's just on me about it. If I didn't have a hand, he was like, get your hand going. And so they play a lot of like different types of games. But I love having those games that are accessible for the fam.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
Yeah. So do you want me just to jump right into Game Changer? Because that's what I was experiencing.
Yeah.
I mean, talk more about Game Changer. How was this one? Like what number was this?
What is Game Changer?
Yeah. Sure. So Game Changer, man, we just had our 5th one. And so the way that it works is that we do every 6 months, right? So we have a Game Changer retreat. Again, it's at Camp Living Waters in Luther, Michigan. This is where the idea was kind of just birthed and brought in. And Game Changer is literally a full-on retreat where we come in, we have crazy gaming hours. We're just playing games, but we also have elements of worship and a message. And so at this one, I spoke and I centered on hospitality as warfare, and reframing this, that hospitality is not a side strategy, but that hospitality is actually a way that we actually push back against and resist darkness by just inviting people into spaces and being welcoming people and people that people feel safe around, centering on the idea that in today's kind of post-Christian culture, people are not asking if Christianity is true. They're actually asking questions like, is this community safe? Right? Is this community coherent? Right? Is this community beautiful? Right? Is this a community I'd want to be a part of? And, sometimes as Christians, if we're looking general broad brush, the community's not always safe. And it's not, and it doesn't mean water things down. It doesn't mean affirming anything. It doesn't mean any of that. It just means, can we create welcoming environments where people can come in and sit down at a table and have a meal where we can genuinely like pour into them, not with the intention of us trying to convert anyone, but actually being able to sit down and have real conversations, and also looking at it from discipleship, but how hospitality being warfare, where our vulnerabilities, our exposure of ourselves, essentially. Well, I don't know that I want to have people come to my house because they might think this or they might think that. And so it gets in our head. And so a lot of that. And then also gave a message on Sunday about how Jesus sent people out before they were ready. The whole idea is it's not about being perfected and then you go. It's not about having it all figured out and then you go. It's about stepping out in faith, because obedience is taught through practicing it, right? Like, I'm going to go out and step into these spaces. I'm going to be awkward. It's okay. I might be clumsy, but Jesus uses our failures as formation. Jesus uses these moments to mold us and shape us. And so I was kind of just telling them, I'm like, yeah, the first time you're doing this, it might feel awkward and you might feel weird, and you're inviting people into your space, and you might not always know what to do, but that's okay. Like, you don't have to have all this figured out. And we just talked about how Jesus, like in Luke 10, he sends out the 72 and just like the instructions he gives them. And I'm like, can you imagine hearing that? Like, Jesus, like, I need you to go into the town. I want you to heal the sick. I want you to go in and be like, hey, peace be with you. And if they're peaceable, like, chill with them. If they're not, like, bro, get out and like shake the dust off your feet and like go out and do these things. Like, there was no indication in the text that said like these guys were like, no, I'm not going to do that. They all went and they did it, and they weren't ready. They weren't fully formed. They barely knew what was going on, but they had seen Jesus model it. So it comes back to that discipleship and back to just being in those spaces. But we really leaned in on Jesus, obviously sitting down at the table with the tax collectors, with the sinners, right? And Luke 9, right? Like Levi, he comes, Jesus says, follow me, right? And he's the boom. Next thing you know, they're having a party and Jesus is the guest of honor. And then the Pharisees show up and they're all like, I can't believe you're eating with these scum. The NLT says, like, how can you be eating with them, right? And Jesus' profound moment, like, I didn't come for the healthy, bro. I came for the sick. Right. And like, this is that framing, and this is, it's what Love Thy Nerd's about, right? Like, we want to go into these spaces and we want to share the love of Jesus with nerds and nerd culture and hospitality in these settings. And then ultimately going on mission, right? And stepping into these spaces. And I ended with the final point that, like, God has set the table for us, and LTN being one of those facets that the table is set. You don't have to create something. You get to be a part of something. The table's already set. Come with us on a mission trip. Come and be a part of what's going on. Step into that. We'll train you. We'll walk with you, disciple you. You're going to go, and it's going to be awkward the first time you do it. I get it, but it's okay. And God's going to use that. And just digging into those kind of things. It was, I'm already starting to get all fired up again, man.
Yeah,
but it's like,
I love it.
But it's like, this is what we're talking about. And by God's grace, man, like, everyone was not only receptive, but reflective. And so, like, so many conversations. This is why I love Game Changer. We're playing games, but the games are not actually the primary thing, right? We're playing the games, but people want to have conversation. They want to talk about things. So games become the vehicle. So many great conversations were happening because you could hear them, right? And we got to play some great games and have a ton of fun, right? And so, so this, like I said, this is our 5th one. And we are actually looking to do other locations. And so we're in talks with other camps and trying to get these in other spaces, because this is something that Love Thy Nerd really wants to pour into, because we believe it's an important part of what we're doing, right? Like, this fills into, like, with you, Luke, with community, and it's a funnel to, like, really walk with people and say, hey, like, come on mission with us. Like, you love Jesus and you love board games, and come out and come do this, and we'll walk with you. And so it's just, there's more to it than that, just playing games. And like I said, they're really secondary, but they're what brings us to the table. Like, there's 2 things that bring us to the table at Game Changer, and that's Jesus and board games. And then what he does in that has been incredible. Plus, with doing them multiple times, you're starting to, like, have relationships with these individuals. So now they're, even with what I'm saying, they're seeing it, because they're like, dude, this is why I come here, and these relationships. And, like, I look forward to this time because I get to see these friends that I haven't seen in 6 months. And so everybody's like, we'll see you in September. Like, that's like the goodbye. It's not even like, hey, see you sometime. It's, I'll see you in September if I don't see you before then. But what was dope about it this year is I had people like, yo, bro, I'll see you at Origins, because they're going on mission with LTN. Hey, I'll see you at Gen Con because they're going on mission with LTN, right? And so that they actually said, I'll see you at the Origins meeting, in April, and, like, that kind of stuff. Which is dope because people are stepping into it. And so we're having a blast. And I think Bo and his team at Camp Living Waters has done such a fantastic job, again, setting the table for this and just making it a place that people want to be at. Is it the perfect camp? No. But is it the perfect camp for what God's doing at this time in this space? Yes, dude. Like, it has been amazing. And the food there, like, people are always like, the food is so good, dude. We had I'm just going to throw this out there, bro, on Saturday night. Dude, his team made like this amazing mashed potatoes, got some delicious green beans, right? Gravy. And then we had pork tenderloin that was straight up, like, slow cooked. And then fresh homemade bread, dude, that somebody brought up, and had, like, just tons of fresh bread, like the sourdough wheat bread. But that was dinner. But and
then
lunch,
the nap. And then you're out.
No, it was so good, dude. It was just like, I ate so many mashed potatoes. I loved it. But then lunch on Saturday was smoked, like, beef and pork. And so, like, you had this, like, delicious taco, but it was tacos. Dude, so you had these, like, and so you're not going to get this at every camp. Camp Living Waters. Bo was the chef before he was the executive director. He was a chef at another larger camp out here, and he's been cooking his whole life. And so he takes food serious. And so his camp food is not like everywhere else. And so it becomes a part of the the package. Like, people, meals they're not missed. I promise you that. That's like one of the fullest times. But we do a rolling lunch. So, like, because Bo gets it. He's like, lunch will be for the next hour and a half. So you can keep playing your game and eat at whatever time within that hour and a half window. So you have 12, from 12 to 1:30, lunch is open. So finish up your game. Maybe you're still full from breakfast. You can wait. So it's not like this hard stop.
Sure.
And that's great because that has gaming in mind. Right. Like,
That's
so
cool.
it's, you know, dinner's a little different. We do a hard stop for dinner. But we switched the schedule around this time. And honestly, it was so good. We decided to do the session on Saturday morning instead of Saturday evening. And so it's the same amount of hours, but it made the gaming hours so much better. And so we had the session at 9:30, and honestly, it allowed me to develop more of the points, which is great. So I could go for a little bit longer, get into it, and develop it, and people are just waking up. And then we had literally the whole rest of the day into the late hours. The last game I played on Saturday night started at 1 a.m, you know? And so you're going, and it was awesome. It was a great time. I learned It's a Wonderful World, which was a lot of fun. Again, it was something on my shelf of opportunity. Got to play it. It was fun. It was good. But like, it just opened up this whole day of gaming. So when you get there on a Friday night, it's not, we have a message. Nope. We do a small welcoming session at like 8:30, just kind of acclimate people that hadn't been there, say what's up, give them some of the lay of the land rules, if you will. But it's literally gaming from 5 p.m. to whatever the heck time you want to go to bed on Friday night. And then breakfast is at 9. We do a later breakfast because people stay up late. So breakfast is at 9, session at 9:30. Literal gaming the whole rest of the day, with the exception of like dinner was when we stop, and then into the evening. And then Sunday morning we do a breakfast at 9, session at 9:45. And then what's cool is he extends his hours. Normally after the session, people wrap up and leave. Like from like at a regular camp, right? Men's retreat, you do breakfast, you go. This we extend to 3. And so people can actually stay and play more games until 3 and leave whenever they're ready. And so what he does is Bo makes really great pizza. It's actually like he makes really, really great camp pizza. And for $12, like you can get a 16-inch, like they're good. They're great pizzas. We just do cheese and pepperoni, and people order them out the wazoo, and they stay and they play. So there's no official lunch. We just do hey, if you want a pizza, order it. If you don't, cool. And people order it. Some take them to go because they got to head on the road, and some people eat them there and play. I mean, that's just what it is. And so lots of fun, really engaging. But the conversations are rich, the relationships are rich, and God's using it. Like the people are catching this. Like I was talking to some people, and they're like, "Hey, like we've been so fired up. We really want to walk with LTN, like about our game night. Like we want our game night to like have LTN's vibe. Like, would you help us do that?" And so just kind of like talking with them more about like, like how to do this. Because like we really want to impact our community, and we want to use games, and we're really fired up about what you're doing. And one of the guys is like, I'm definitely going to be going on a trip with you. I just have to figure out when. And so like, you know what I mean? It's just, that's what it is.
Right now.
And so, right. This moment. But again, this is why we're doing it. Right? We want to help people be able to do that. I had a guy come up. He's like, how do I do this at my church? And I was like, dude, LTN's got some really great resources on how to do that. And I was like, honestly, too, I drafted a letter for somebody a bit ago about how to even that you could give, literally just plug in some things, give it to your elders. Like it's just a whole letter that would walk them through why this matters and how to do it. And he was just like, dude, thank you so much for that, you know, and like just the conversation. I was like, but dude, go out and check LTN's resources out. You're going to be able to find great things on how to run a game night, how to do this and that kind of stuff. And so I think people are starting to realize that, man, maybe God is calling us into these spaces, that gaming cannot just be some casual thing I do. It can be, but it's also, it's to be used for God's glory, right? Whether you eat or drink or whatever you do, and that includes board games, do it all to the glory of God, right?
Absolutely.
So how do we use the hobby? And that's, like I said, my last point was like, it's teed it up. Like God has completely teed this up for us. He's given us a dope hobby, right? He's given us conventions like crazy. He's given us community game nights, all these different things that we can do with this hobby. And then I just literally leave them with, I get it. I understand this is like introvert, extrovert stuff. I understand, but you need to understand. But the big thing is, and this is like for me, I've said this point a lot, and I usually close a lot of messages at camps with it, is because it's like, we're so afraid of certain things, but you have to remember the one who calls us to go goes with us. That Jesus says, go, all authority has been given to me, therefore. So it's all important. Like he's got the authority. He now bestows it on us as ambassadors. He says, therefore go and make disciples, right? Teaching them all that I've taught you, right? And baptize them in the name of Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. And then he literally says like these super awesome, super mega profound words. And I will be with you always. right? Like he's not leaving you. He goes with you. So the one who sends you goes with you, right? Who says go, goes with you. And it's like, just to remind people of that. Like, it's okay to be afraid. It's not okay to allow that to hinder you, because the God of all creation goes with you. And what does he tell us when we're afraid, when we're anxious, when we're doing those things? Like, there's, you pray, you give thanks to God. It's literally says pray and offer supplication and give thanks to God for all that he has done. Right? So as you're anxious, you turn your focuses on God and you dwell on him. So when he's calling you to go, yes, there's nervousness. And I was like, but look, guys, the more you do it, the more you learn, the more you grow, the better it becomes for you. I said it used to be awkward when I would just like randomly be feeling the Lord put it on my heart to pray for someone at a gas station. Right now, it's not awkward. Now it's just like, whatever, dude, I've done it. Like, what's the worst thing that they can say? No. You know what I mean? Like, someone says, no, you can't do that. And I'm like, all right. Like, cool. Well, I'll pray for you anyway. Like, I'm just not going to pray for you right now. Or like, it starts to remove the awkwardness when you start stepping into those spaces. And recognizing that not everyone is necessarily equipped in that way, or like, but you can learn some of these things, right? Like, it's okay to get outside your box, and you might be surprised. And I feel like I'm the product of that in a lot of ways, that somebody thought that my life mattered enough to get awkward and have some conversation, and so that's really it, man. So the Game Changer retreats, dude, they're just so much fun. We have plenty of time to like talk and play games and have a great time with people. And it's on a beautiful campground. You got a lake and just chilling. It was a little colder than we wanted, but it still was really, really fun. We had a gentleman come out from St. Louis, bro. So he made a nice long trek. Yeah, because he's in the Christian Board Gamers group, and he's like, dude, like, I want to go where believers are, where we can play games, have great conversation, and we can sing praises together and hear truth and all that. And he's like, so I made the trip, and then I just learned that we got a gentleman coming from Oregon in September. And it's
That's
like,
cool.
He's like probably, I would say, like one of our top listeners, if not the top listener of the Christian Board Gamers podcast. And he's like, I just want to go out and just experience it and be a part of that. And I'm like, I love that, dude. Like, that is ridiculous to me. Like, wow, that you would make that trip. And I told him, I was like, if you're coming that far, like, we got to have like the super dopest weekend ever. So I got to figure out some surprises along the way, right?
You got 6 months, so.
No doubt. But so it's a blast, man. I love it. And I can't wait to launch other locations. Like I said, we're talking with other camps, and the hope is that we can get this into some different regions and some different areas so that someone in Oregon doesn't have to come all the way from Oregon to Michigan, and or St. Louis and all that. And so I'm going out to Kansas here, and well, I don't know, like I said, I don't know when this drops, but there's a camp I've been talking with out there, and conversation kind of stalled out, but there's other people that are like, dude, we really do need to make this happen. How do we do it? And so it's like, like, we've learned so much. So let's try to figure this out. Yeah. And so very exciting. Yeah.
Well, on that note, so let's say someone's listening to this and they're either a camp director, or they work at a camp, or they're at a church that they know, like the youth group goes to this camp every summer, and they think that would be a good fit. What can they do to kind of lead them to find you, or to find like how to do this?
Yeah, for sure. Well, so again, you can contact me at joe@lovethynerd.com for sure. I would love to talk to anybody that's like interested in that for 100%. The big thing with Game Changer and what we're even doing with Love Thy Nerd is branding that out, because we have a machine, right? We have promotion, we have marketing, we have ways to drive people into that, because we're already doing it. So it's like with the Christian Board Gamer, Facebook group and the podcast and the LTN stuff, it's like we have a machine. So one of the things I would tell a director, if you're listening, don't be afraid to make this a program, right? Like, we're really looking for camps that want to make this a program, not just a thing, but an actual Game Changer retreat that is part of their program, because there's definitely room for it, because people want to be a part of these things, and they want to go to retreats, right? And it's a lot. And so don't be afraid to make it a program. That's a big deal. And so there's proof of concept, and we're continuing obviously to develop that out. So if you're a director and you're listening to this, like, don't be afraid of that. But again, if there's somebody that's like, hey, yeah, we go to this camp, we love to talk more. Like, I would just love to chat with them, and then obviously chat with the camp. But also, Bo has been like, bro, I will talk to camp directors too, right? And this one of the other camps we're talking to is like, yeah, like let's make this thing work. And then I'd love to help you talk with other camps as well, because we understand camp ministry, so they can talk to directors differently than I can. You know, which is very, very helpful and very cool. And so, yeah, send me an email. It's joe@lovethynerd.com, or you can find me at the Christian Board Gamers Facebook group. I'm sure my number and private information is all over the internet somewhere. You just type in Joe Bragg. You can probably find everything you need to know. Actually, if you type in Joe Bragg, you're going to find a mayor who was like a part of a scandal. It's not me, I promise you. So it's usually what pops up. But it's but there's all that. And so, you know, again, would love to talk with anybody that would even consider something like this, because I think it's valuable. And as a big discipleship and evangelism guy, like, that's my heartbeat. These retreats feed that. And most camps, like Christian camps, they want programs that are going to inspire people that are attending to go into action, right? Go into their communities and move. And so, I'm super pumped.
And I'm super pumped too, man. Like, when we first met, you were, I think, getting the first one off the ground, or had just done it or something. I can't quite remember, but
pretty close
to see how long how it hasn't been that long, and you're on your fifth one already, and seeing the growth there, and other camps interested. Like, I'm interested in getting one of these down by me. I've already asked you. I'm like, how do I get this down here?
And you're a target area because where you're located, that help, like, regionally, if you think about it, right? Like, we got Michigan. Like, I'm not going to spoil where we're looking into some other places, but then right where you guys, right where you're at, like, there's a good pocket of gamers there, which is awesome. But also it helps facilitate, you know, some of the in-betweens. And like I said, we're also looking in the Kansas City area, to kind of, because St. Louis and Kansas City are massive gaming hubs, massive. Like, there's so many gamers in those areas, and this is a great place for it. And again, just a good hub. And then, you know, we'd even consider Texas and then Florida, Orlando. There's huge things happening out there. There's just, like I said, we're just right now trying to find the gamers and find those who would even be interested in this. Develop the proof of concept, which I believe we already have a great one, but now we'll have more as we go. And get these in some places that people can really experience. I would say just sit in God's presence, sit in the presence of other believers, play games, have fun, be able to have hard conversations, because they happen. Like I said, conversations around those tables are dope. They're really good. They're rich. They're not surface, which I've enjoyed.
Absolutely. We've been saying that for years. Like, that's the main focus, getting around the table, breaking bread, having those conversations. It's
so good.
Super awesome. And I'm glad we can do that. Through retreats, through missions, through conventions, all sorts of stuff. So, Joe, thanks for being here, man. Really appreciate you sharing how awesome Game Changers was, and all the awesome games you played. And thanks for, being awake after a long weekend.
That nap's got me up all night now, bro. I'm just going to get to work at this point.
All right. Well,
no, I really appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for having me on and allowing me to come on here 3 times. And that's good, because we're trying to make
Can't wait for your 4th or 5th one. Maybe we'll just skip to the 5th one.
We'll reach out about the sizing information for
the coat,
for your jacket. We'll need you to go to a tailor and have them email us the dimensions.
Bro, and it's got to be like the colors of, like, Pulse, like in your corner here, like that blue.
Dude, yeah.
That'd be so fire.
Dude, we could actually. I mean, like, we're leaning into the, like, 90s. Like, we got the S there. And, different things. We just need, like, windbreakers.
Yes.
Like, just the neon windbreakers.
Black with, like, purple cups. And then, like, some yellow, like a yellow zipper.
I'm down.
All right.
I would rock it, bro. I got a dope windbreaker that's pretty close to that blue that you use in Pulse. It's fire, and I love it. But no, like, I'm a hoodie guy, and I'm like, man, I need, like, an LTN hoodie. I don't have, like, any, like, dope, like stuff like
Yeah.
that.
With the
Hey,
you say with the Jesus Loves You nerd cap.
Yeah, I got
which
that.
which
That's
is dope.
fire. Oh
Yeah.
yes, heck yeah. No, I'm just saying like a hoodie guy. Like I need like a dope LTN hoodie or like I was jealous of this guy Kyle who came on PAX, and I was like, bro,
Oh yeah.
he had like the sickest LTN hoodie. I'm like, where did you get that? And then Bubba was like, oh, you can order it on here. And I went on there and I'm like, no, that's a lie. Like they've pulled it all off. I can't find it. And he's like, oh, and I was so sad, bro. Cause I was like, dude, I almost was like, bro, like I will pay you right now to take that hoodie off and give it to me. Cause like the pinks and the purple, it was so dope.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Hey, just like you can't get into details of like where you're looking at starting up some other game changers.
Yeah.
I can't talk about the stuff we have in the pipeline for merch.
Which I'm
2026 is going to be great, y'all. It's going to be good.
Oh, you mean 2026? 2026? I guess it's just the beginning of 26. It already feels like we're closing it out. Like,
yeah. We're not quite to the 4th month, so we're still kind of first. We're still first quarter. Still first quarter.
Started.
The
party's just getting started.
Time has been so fast. These like 2026 has just been flying.
Yeah.
So I already felt like we were getting close to 2027. It's already closing out, bro. We're done.
Dude, no way, man. It's just getting started. And so hopefully this year at some point, sooner than later.
Yeah.
We'll at least have some announcement or something. But behind the scenes, we're working on that. We want to get some dope merch in people's hands, like everyone. We want to make it as cheap as possible. We want to make it as like coolest looking stuff. We want top quality. So all those things are very hard to get all in the same package. So we're working hard for you guys, but hopefully soon you'll at least get an announcement. But
love it.
On that note, before Bubba fires me for leaking information, I just want to thank our listeners. Thank you guys for being here, checking out the podcast, our faithful listeners. We couldn't do this without you. And if you're watching, that's also super dope. You can watch us on the YouTube, lovethynerd.com/YouTube, and then find us anywhere podcasts are, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. I don't know any others.
Tidal. You guys are on Tidal. Tidal.
Dude,
Amazon
don't even know what
podcast,
that is.
Deezer.
Get our DVD from our past seasons.
Yes.
Michael's got all of those.
Yeah, we have seasons 1 through 3 DVDs ready for you.
Ready.
That's one of the big things to drop on the merch store. LTN Pulse DVD.
You can find it at your local Goodwill.
Not even Blu-ray, just straight up regular DVD.
No.
Like,
480p glory.
If you guys want to join in on the fun and share what you've been experiencing, reading, watching, or playing, hop in the Discord. I didn't say this at the top of the show. I thought about it, but there's some changes coming to the Discord. By the time this airs, things are changing. And so easier ways to find the people you want to talk to, the places you want to talk, and the things you want to talk about, as well as it's going to be all around great for the community. So hop in the Discord, share what you're reading, watching, or playing. And then we're also, check us out on the Glue Network. It's on any Roku TV, Roku app. You can download that. It stands for God Loves You, and we are like one of the top stream channels on there. So find Love Thy Nerd on the Glue Network. And then last but not least, if you are interested in partnering with us in any way, shape, or form, if you want to come on one of these trips that Joe was talking about, lovethynerd.com/outreach. If you want to go to one of these board game retreats, Joe, where do they go? Or Game Changers.
Yeah, well, at this point, they can go to camplivingwaters.org.
There it is.
So camplivingwaters.org. No, you're good. I was like, we got to get that on the LTN site so it can be like Love Thy Nerd /Game Changer, you know?
Ooh. All right, Bubba, if you're listening, we need that.
Needs to happen.
By the time this airs. If you want to partner with us financially, lovethynerd.com/partner. We'd love your help. We can't do this without funding. All of this stuff takes funds, and we do some pretty crazy things. So appreciate you guys. Thanks again for listening. I've been your host, Luke.
And I've been Michael. And we've been joined this week by...
My name is Joe Bragg.
My name's Joe.
Hi, my name's Joe.
And we'll catch you next time.
Nobody else tells you this. Remember, it's true. Jesus loves you. Bye.